Love isn't enough. You heard me. I don't think lesbian love is enough. I think if you're over the age of 30, we are dating for so much more than love and sparks. We are dating for lifestyle compatibility. And come for me, but first hear me out. Within the first week of talking to someone, I figure this shit out real fast because I've got goals and I'm sure the person that I'm looking for has goals too. And it's so important that our lifestyles align, not just for the big goals, but for the little goals, like the way we like to rest. So here's the 10 questions that I actually ask right away. What's a typical weekday and weekend look like for you? If your girl's out till 2 a.m. every night, but I'm tucked into bed wanting to listen to my Abraham Hicks meditations and read a book and drink some tea, we're gonna have a lifestyle mismatch. Also, I do like to go out sometimes. It's just not every night, but I need to know what they find fun and make sure our idea of fun aligns. Because for me, 2 martinis a couple times a week, that's a blast. But going out raging, no way. 2, how do you recharge? Do you need alone time? Do you need social time? I need a hybrid, and I want to understand if my partner needs alone time so I don't take that personally. And if they need social time like 24/7, we're probably not going to be a good fit because we'd never see each other because I'm not going out all the time. 3, how do you feel about routines versus spontaneity? This is huge for me. Nothing, and I mean nothing is sexier than a plan. You tell me, baby, I've got the reservation scheduled. We're going here, we're going there. That is sexy. I think a plan is sexy. Now, I think offering a last minute little thing is cute. I may or may not take you up on it because my schedule is blocked out by the 30-minute windows. Even when it comes to my relaxation time. Oh my God, God send me a future wife that can handle this. I think it's really important to know if your person thrives on structure or thrives on spontaneity. If you're spontaneous, just for me personally, I can handle it, but you also have to be able to provide me with a plan because otherwise, like that masculine energy of a plan is what I find sexy. Otherwise, the chemistry just isn't there. This is different for everybody. Where are you at? 4, what role does your career play in your life? I ain't even gonna lie. I am interested in women who are driven. And if you're not, we probably just wouldn't have a lot in common. It's okay for everyone to be different, but because I'm so boss ass to the wall all the time and I date older, if someone who was older than me wasn't like popping it off like I am, I feel like I'd be like, what do you do with your time? Like I wouldn't understand them. God bless the woman who has to deal with me being a 24/7 entrepreneur. So it's like she's kind of got to get that vibe too. However, are you also looking for someone who's in your same wheelhouse of creative entrepreneur where you're always doing something wild, some crazy project, and they've got to be used to that? If the way you make your money is rolling around in the paint in your garage and every single day you are going to be covered in paint, you need a partner who, like me, can handle like, okay, you got to do all these creative things to fund your life, your career, and they've got to stand by you and support you in that. Maybe that's your side hustle. Maybe you got a passionate side hustle and you are at the farmer's market selling your products every Sunday and you work a 9 to 5 during the week. Maybe you're climbing the corporate ladder and it means so much to you to be perceived a certain way in your career, and that matters so much to you and your partner has to respect it. Whatever it is for you, it doesn't have to be the same as your partner, but there does have to be mutual respect around your professional goals. This is something I love about my lesbian dating platform, the Queer Country Club, because we have value-based chats in a professional area where we can not only just support each other's queer businesses, but have conversations as queer professionals and kind of see who's vibing on the same wavelength as you. This is also something that our AI Matchmaker will take into an account. What are you looking for? Is financial compatibility important to you? I think it should be. What's your relationship with money like? That's my 5th question that I go to. It's so important. I love to save and I love to spend on vacations and fashion. I'm not really big on like huge investments and like buying a big mansion. That's not like the priority for me. I like my money where I can see it hanging in my closet. And I like to go on nice trips. But someone else might be like, no, we need to be investing in crypto all the time. And they might think that my shoe addiction is not a wise financial investment. And then we'd have a fight. I think this stuff is so important to talk about because if we don't talk about it now, it will come up later. 6, how do you spend your free time? Someone like me, doing much of that. But for most people, spending free time is super duper duper important. Like, do you want to be spending it at brunch? Do you want to be drunk at 11 a.m.? Do you want to be hiking on the weekends and being active? Do you want to be taking naps and not on a schedule? Like, these are important things to talk about, because if the way you spend the free time you have, which is the honestly luxury of life and the time you can choose to spend with your partner, and you're not choosing to spend that in the same way, that could cause some fights. 7, what does emotional support in relationships look like for you? Do you need someone just to tell you at the end of the night you're on the same page and give you a kiss on the forehead and just a little encouragement randomly? It could be any time of the day. Not much at all. You're easy, you need nothing. Or do you need long, deep conversations every single night before you go to bed? What's gonna feel like enough for you? For me, I like those long, deep conversations. And I need someone who can make space for that quality time. That is intimacy to me. But not everyone needs that, and you should talk about it. 8, what's your ideal living situation in the next few years? This girl dreams of van life and you're dreaming of life in the suburbs. It's not going to be a match. Actually, this is coming from a girl who did full-time RVing. God, that was like 6-8 years ago. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I lived in a vintage RV, and that was challenging because I'm not an RV girly, but I tried, and this is something I did with the past partner, and it went against everything in myself to do it. And I mean, our relationship didn't make it. We wanted very different things. And I tried to genuinely make myself want those things, and it didn't work. I think we can teach old dogs new tricks, but at the end of the day, we are who we are. And like, I want a closet that is like dripping with my designer things, organized and everything in their little spot. And like everything has a place. In my house, everything has a place. If I had to do full-time RVing again, that just would not work for my nervous system. But maybe you're like, I could not live with someone who just wanted to live in the suburbs. That sounds like hell. I need to live in the city. I need to be like walkable everywhere. I totally get that. I live like in a walkable community. I would die if I couldn't walk everywhere. So, yeah, everyone's got a different preference. Like you would probably die to live in my small town. You'd be like, I gotta stay in New York, I gotta stay in LA. Like everyone has their preferences on this, and it's something that you do need to talk about. Not only that, but like in the next few years, where do you want to be? Because most times, especially us lesbians, we're not meeting people who live right where we are. So we will have to agree to meet in the middle, or, you know, I'll move to where you live, you move to where I live. P.S. future wife, I would love to have a hybrid situation. I'm happy to be part-time where you are, part-time where I am, but I am so planted here. I love my house. I love my life. So hopefully we can have a hybrid situation going on. Okay, question number 9, how do you handle stress and conflict? Big one. Do you shut down? Do you talk it out? Do you need space? Can you handle someone who shuts down? Can you handle someone who needs to have the space and walk out? Or is that extremely triggering to you? I definitely am like, I want to cool down. I need some space, but I will reassure you, like, I'm coming back, but I need some space. Conflict is always going to happen, but understanding how this person just naturally handles that, if their natural state and they're not willing to change that is everything that goes against your nervous system and your natural state, then, I mean, obviously anyone can change with therapy and stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a big one. 10, what kind of partnership are you actually looking for? Don't waste my time. Now, this is something that you wouldn't have to ask if you're in the Queer Country Club, because we are only having women inside who are monogamous and who are looking for their lifetime future partner, their future wife, their forever person. On other dating apps, you're swiping through so many people who you don't know what they're looking for. Hookups and just casual. And if you're looking for the one, the real deal, your forever person, you gotta apply to be a part of my lesbian dating club for monogamous lesbians. That's where women go who want to find their purpose couple other half. You want to change the world together. That's where women go to find their power couple other half. You want to do big things. I feel you. I get you. That's why I created this space. Honestly, selfishly, so I could find my future wife. And now I get to help all of you do it too. Honestly, if you're over 30 and you're a lesbian, you know love is not enough. All of the things I just shared, this compatibility matters. But everyone can have their own opinion. Tell me yours.